Hello, hello, testing. One, two, three.
All right, let's see. I think we're rolling. Sounds good. Audio seems to be fine. All right. All right, KYU, are you there?
Hello, testing. Can you
Let's
guys
see if
hear
I can
me?
get this thing working here quick.
Hello, testing. Hello, testing.
You hear me now?
There's a delay.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, you guys can hear me now. Cool.
All right, let me go ahead and plug my microphone in because I have to take it out real quick. All righty. See. All right. My voice sound better now? Good. Voice doesn't sound better. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Thing is with my microphone, I'm not sure if it's going to be able to pick your voice up or something. I'm not sure. I might have to take it out just for this show. I might have to take it out. That's all right. I don't think the problem is though that like with my microphone, if I like plug it in, it only picks up the audio from my microphone and not your voice. So I guess we just gotta keep it the way. Just use my built-in microphone. That's all right. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. I have a special guest on. I have KYU Dollars KYU on tonight from Twitter. We've been conversating for the past couple of days about getting a doing like a little collaboration, if you will. So just trying to see if I can fix volume stuff real quickly. All right, audio should be good. KY, you can hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, awesome. So how are you doing tonight?
Well, I'm just about to hang out around a bit and meet up with my friend, who's I think he's like an original MGTOW too, although he doesn't know he is.
Mm,
But
yeah,
I think yeah, I realize that he is kind of MGTOW, although maybe a Sigma more, but half MGTOW kind of.
yeah, yeah. The funny thing is that a lot of guys they don't even they live like the mixed type of life, but they don't even know it. You hear a couple times, you'll hear guys who go, "Oh, I've been MGTOW for 30 years. I just found out about it just now." You know what I mean? You hear about that type of stuff. It's pretty common, you know.
Yeah, that's the same like how I started. I was like I didn't know there was an actual term for it. I thought I was just like doing my own thing, I was like fuck everyone, I'm just doing my own thing. And next thing you know,
Mhm.
it's actually like I just learned about Mako last year, and I was like, holy fuck, they actually have a name for this thing. So I started.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. It is a good feeling to know that you're not alone. In respect to what type of stuff. It's a really comforting feel. Isolated, and then they come out, they find, and they're like, oh, turns out I'm not alone. you know.
Yeah. I don't think it's like being comforting. It's like I think the moment you realize like, so I was the only guy who has it, who thinks that there is something wrong with what's happening around us and just can't pin a finger on it. It's the
Yeah, I know what you
version of
mean.
that thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Hey, I'm not sure. I'll ask you a question. Okay? I'm not sure if it's just me, but how do you like kind of feel about like the? I guess you could call it the negativity, if you will, within like MGTOW. How do you exactly feel about that?
No, I think it's not. I don't think it's negativity. It's just a lot of them have found enlightenment through MGTOW, but like I think
Mhm.
it's more red pill rage, and they are stuck on it.
Yeah, something along the lines of that.
Because some of them are like alpha guys, or maybe they think they're alpha or something, and just can't move
Hmm.
on. That they got shat on their heads, while they're doing their alpha guy thing. So they can't move on with that, and that like it basically ruins their psyche. like being, oh, I'm alpha guy, shit, I got cheated on, like what the fuck, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You know, the only thing I'm worried about though is that like guys are gonna come to MGTOW, and look, I understand the whole red pill rage thing. You don't even. I understand it, right? I'm just afraid that guys are gonna come to and they're gonna say, "Oh, going your own way is the equivalence of hating women 24/7." And you know what I mean? Like, I can understand
No,
where they're coming from with that type
I
of
don't.
stuff.
I think that's a stupid generalization of MGTOW.
It
Because
is.
like,
It is.
I mean, I started as somebody like that, you know, probably going 3 months, 6 months off what happened to me, which I
Mhm.
don't really like to share. But
Yep.
like, of course, I got mad, right? Because of course, these things happen, and then next thing you know, you're trying to look for solutions. Because I don't know, being an INTJ guy, which I'm pretty sure I am. I've tried like test myself a couple of times already. So I am really
Right.
heavy INTJ, and like I realized like there's answer to this, and the red pill rage is actually true. Like once you get after that, then you start looking for like you try to better yourself, and like things are starting to get better for me, and things are like like I'm starting to go back to my old self, which is not giving any fucks and just doing your own thing, basically. Like, so what if what they think it's not necessarily that it's bad that you're doing something bad. It's just it's not the usual things that you do, right? But then again,
Right.
it's like, yeah, I prefer to do it in my own way because I can always find a way that's more efficient than what people are used to do, or something like that. Yeah, but it's not negativity, and MGTOW is not about hating women, but hating, not really hating. It's just making people realize that they don't really give any fucks anymore. Like, you know, just just do your own thing and leave us alone, and we're happy with that. It's like
I'm
that.
sorry. You got cut off when you were talking. You got cut off.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was as I was saying, it's MGTOW is, you know, we do our own thing. You leave us alone, we're happy.
Mhm.
That's basically it. It's not like
Yeah.
we don't like women. I mean, they are free to come and serve us dinner, you know, invite us to drinks, suck our dicks, whatever.
Right.
Not necessarily that last part, but
I know what you mean. I know what
but
you mean. Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah. I was
not
reading.
really
I saw
hating.
these. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not. It's really not about hate. The funny thing is about. I love how like all these other news articles, all these news organizations, they think they understand what we're really like. You know, they come on and they're oh, they're just a bunch of. Wait, I saw this article. I think it was by
Yeah, okay,
some
okay.
Australian news agency. And then they're like, do you hate having sex? Then join the club or something like that. I mean, I'm like, what? No idea what you're talking about. What? Wait, where on earth did you pull that from? Where in the earth? Like what does
No,
abstaining from sex have to?
I
It doesn't
think
make any sense.
they pulled that from the feminist board at Reddit.
Yeah,
It's like, you know,
probably.
because they think it's
Like,
like, oh, we hate
yeah.
feminism, and they think we hate women because of feminism. You know, it's no, feminism is
Mhm.
stupid. It's basically the most stupid thing ever happened. I mean, I understand the first wave and second wave before, but like they're
Right,
actually trying to make a difference, and it was for the better of mankind. But now it's like fuck anything that they hate. They like you should change this, you should change that without any fucking logic behind what they're trying to say. You know, it's fucking stupid.
yeah, yeah. It is. It is. But I mean, like, I have no idea where these articles. Like, I feel like they just like search through some like MGTOW forums for maybe 5 minutes. They go through. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it
No,
is.
no,
And it's,
it's actually like googling MGTOW. Like a lot of people when I like you know my ex, I told her I'm going MGTOW after the breakup, right? It's like, hey, you
mm,
can't go MGTOW because like that's just a bunch of incels, and I'm like, what the fuck? Do you even know what you're talking about? Like, don't pretend that you know
yeah,
what MGTOW is all about. It's because you know whatever you read there, incels are not man. These are divorcee people. There are a lot of
right,
peoples here that like still
right.
married. There's
Hmm.
even a bunch here that you know just half PUA, half MGTOW. There's some MRA, but there's still MGTOW. You know, and there's some MGTOW
Hmm.
monks. and of course, like the 101 students.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Oh my god, I just like find their. Sometimes I read it just for fun. On Twitter, right? There was this guy. I can't, I can't remember exactly what he called. He was like debating with somebody else about like what MGTOW. Hey, here, I'm pulling it up right now. There was a guy. He just described MGTOW as a weird crypto homosexual and incel escape women hating internet hashtag. that was like
He's
my favorite.
probably gay.
I don't know. Have you seen that one? Have you seen it yet?
No, no. Actually, you should post that. I'll like comb your feeds after, and like,
there,
man, I love
yeah,
trolling those kind of guys. Like
yeah.
there
There
was
was
some
this.
guy at the bar. Like one
Yeah.
last Friday, I went to a bar, right? So I was like, the bar was closed. I got a DJ friend out there. I was like standing. I was like, there's this chick. I don't know what transpired on me, or like, I think she pissed me off at point. So I was like, I don't fuck with bitches. I said, and like, and then this guy was wearing like a skinny black tie and like a suit or something. Like he just came off from an office, and I was like wearing my sleeve shirt, my long sleeve, because it's like -30 outside, and I was kind of like, let's say I was kind of loaded because I was wearing a woman's jacket, which is not my own, which I didn't even know how I got it. Anyway,
Mhm.
I was like, I told this guy, hey, you should back away, man, because like stop white knighting these bitches, like And then I started calling him like, yeah, you're a loser. He was saying that to me, and I was like, fuck off, man, fuck you and your white knight, you skinny time motherfucker. Because like you didn't know, I like, dude, I fight, like I go and fight on tournaments for kickboxing, and man, I would do that guy like so quick it will gonna pick up his teeth on the ground, like. But like my DJ friend told me, hey, just back away. You're on camera. We're gonna both gonna get in trouble the next day if you do this. And he was keeping on egging me, man, like egging me and egging me on. It's just like good thing, even though I was like loaded, I didn't like, because I know he's gonna get destroyed, and I'm like, fuck, it's the first time a MGTOW is gonna destroy a white knight and physically, and I don't want that. So I just let him go. He was like even tapping the window of my car on my side, man. I was like trying to open it up. I'm like so tempted to like pull down the window and then grab him and just drive. Like yeah,
I know what you
it's
mean.
man, when I start, it's I can't stop. That's why. But like for the good
Yeah,
thing, at least once you're trained in martial arts, I'm doing this for like fucking 3 years now. Even went to the national for nationals to fight, but like I didn't really make it. There's a lot of good fighters.
that's pretty sweet. So, how long have you been like? How many years have you been practicing like fighting in MMA or whatever?
No, I think it's complete 3 years now. Three,
Complete
three
three
or
years.
four, yeah, 3 or 4 years.
How does it? Is there like a belt system like in Taekwondo or BJJ
Yeah,
or
there's
what happened?
there's still a belt system, although like I've missed a couple belt tests, but I was supposed to be a blue on kickboxing, a red belt in karate, and then
Mhm.
I do combat sambo too, like
Oh, okay. So
Russian
that's all right. So,
fencing.
so it's like you get like different belts in different forms of martial arts, correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I've
Okay.
competed for those too, so it's not
Yeah.
like I'm like bragging rights. It's not like that. I just love the physical because like it totally changed my perspective from being a skinny blue pilled ass kissing
Mhm.
motherfucker to
I gotcha.
you
Yeah,
know
I gotcha. I
to be
gotcha.
like
I
I
gotcha.
stand on my own, which I can actually now, like I love doing it. Like I just do my own thing, not getting in other people's way. But if
Mhm.
somebody tries to get in my way, I just mow them down. Like fuck 'em.
Mhm. Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm curious to know, do you have any belts in Taekwondo by chance?
No, no, Taekwondo is kind of like it's almost the same as karate. I think with the belt
Yeah, it's
system,
more of a
it's
sport than
just
self-defense, but yeah.
no. Actually, if you, I don't know, to some people just go in to those. It depends on the person or what he really wants to learn on the application or just for the sport and physical well-being part of it.
Hmm.
But
Yep.
I got into this because with being my mentality of me or him, it got me to like l- to learn it for the sake that I can, distinguish if I have to use deadly force to this guy if needed
Hmm.
be. I wouldn't think twice of like, because if you're that kind of guy and he wants to do you harm, then there's no thinking. It's just instinct just gonna kick in, and it's go.
Right.
It's kill or die, or
I
yeah.
got you. I got you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
man.
been thinking about
It's
like
not like a bad thing to be thinking about it, but like, how feminists are like, hey, like, yo, motherfuckers, don't rape fucking women like this and that. Like, even though if you say that, doesn't mean that the other guy would not fucking do it or would not even think about doing it. It's kind of like that. Like, even though you post something on Facebook that racist awareness about this bullshit, and fucking people will stop
Mhm.
doing it. It's not gonna be like that. That's like fucking living in your own bubble, or like your own fairy tale world or something.
Right. Yeah, I know what you mean. And yeah, I did like taekwondo over like the summer. I only got up to like a yellow belt, so I was like wondering what I
Dude,
should
that's
do,
like
like
6 months
MMA or
in.
boxing.
Like
Yeah.
that's
I,
6 months in, I think. You know
yeah.
what happened?
Yeah.
When I got
Uh,
my yellow belt in karate,
yeah.
my first tournament, I fought a black belt guy. Dude,
Lucky you. Oh,
and I got third place. Like, third place being 6 months in, fighting a black belt guy. Like, of course, you got first.
that's actually not that bad.
I played third. So I'm like, what the fuck, man? You just threw me in the lines. Then I learned actually, you know why I love fighting now? It's because you learn a
No.
lot about yourself, and you learn how to react at that split
Yeah, it
second.
does.
It
Yep.
really helps, even with your decision making now in your life. I think it helped, like martial arts has
Hmm.
helped me a lot, like with
Hmm.
my aspect in life, with like not quitting even though it's hard. And now, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just waiting for my application because I applied for the military, and hope I got in.
All right. I see what you mean. So you're applying to it. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just
All right.
waiting for the go signal if they would take me in or not. That's
All
I
right.
finished everything, and at the same time, I'm like just working on myself right now. Learning, scaling
All
up.
right.
Of course, I still
Mhm.
go out, hang out with girls. Not
Right.
really like,
Right.
but on a platonic level, not really like trying to get into a relation. I mean, one night stands are not bad, I guess,
Right. I know
if
what you
they're
mean.
down for it, right? But like,
Hmm.
yeah, I was
I see.
actually listening to one of TFM's show, which is one guy was like, yeah, I think TFM was talking about, MGTOW monks are like talking about if you're not really MGTOW, if you're supporting gynocentrism here in the first world country, and like, man, you can't avoid it. It's like, fuck, you're gonna change the laws on like fucking taxes and shit. Like, good luck to that.
That would
Like,
be nice, but yeah, you can't.
like,
You can't.
I know, like you're being a feminist mindset right now, which like, yeah, I wish this would change, wish it would that, but fucking it won't, because like they're benefiting from it, and everybody's benefiting from it, and you can't do nothing. Like, I think, man, I just can't pin it down, but I am thinking there is actually like single males are being taxed higher than married, and than other females, like single females and married men. I think like the law is made so that you will suffer if you stay single and bachelor,
Hmm.
which is
Yeah, I know
crazy.
what you mean. I got you.
Yeah, but it's not like
It
America.
is. It is.
I live in a different country, which is not America, but it's still the gynocentrism is still there. And
Oh, okay. Okay. So
yeah,
if it's not too much to ask, like how old are you, or what age range are you in? Because you're joining the
I'm
military, so
yeah, I'm 30 plus. So yeah, that's why I'm like thinking if they're gonna take me or not. But with my physical health, and I just checked, I got a 20/20 vision. and like I am
Uh,
trained, like I'm a healthy body, able body. Like I can do 40 push-ups straight. 50 is my
that's
max.
nice.
10
Hmm.
pull-ups in a row.
Sounds good.
100
Sounds good.
sit-ups, 100 squats. And that's more than the regular physical they're asking for. Like I think they only require 20. Like I can do 10
Uh,
push-ups in one hand. Straight.
oh, one hand push up. All right, that's nice. That's nice. I see where you're going with that. I see what you're going. But
No,
yeah,
I was
yo,
like constantly challenging yourself. That's like my mindset now. It's being there's no like I love being uncomfortable, I guess. Like because
mhm.
comfort makes a person weak in my opinion. I don't
Weak.
know.
Right.
Like it's like David Goggins, but I'm not trying to copy David Goggins because man, that guy's a beast. Like that guy's a beast.
Hmm. It has.
Yeah,
Yep.
but like my motivation came from One Punch Man actually. When he told like
All
100
right.
squats a day, 100 squats, 100
Yeah.
push-ups,
Yeah.
100
Okay.
squats, and then 100 sit-ups every single day. And man, I actually did that for like a year after I left training for a year. And that's how it actually proves to be true that you're gonna gain so much strength without gaining so much weight. And your movement is gonna be so efficient if you can. I
So
mean, the first few months, man, it was horrible. Like,
you got cut out again. You were saying something. You got cut out, and then you came back. Something. You're talking about the first few months is when you came.
yeah, the first few months, it hurts. Like, basically,
Mhm.
I had trouble walking downstairs because, like, my legs are fucking. I can't feel my legs. I was sore all over. Even like massages don't
Right.
help. That's how sore I was
Hmm.
every single day for the first 4 months. And the fifth month, I was surprised I can do 40 push-ups where I could never dream of that. And now 40 push-ups is like my minimum. And
All
then
right. That's nice.
push it to 50, and it's getting better than there. I was aiming for 100 straight, man, but man, that's brutal. Like to the point that
Hmm.
I'll be shaking and drooling just to push on like 50, 55, 54. It's really hard. But then again, your body's gonna get used to that, I think.
Hmm. Yeah, it does. The before I like did MGTOW, I noticed like a lot of guys were talking about in live chat, and like you said, it's kind of
Mhm.
in a little way, it's transformed us all. Like
Yes,
before
yes.
I was like I wouldn't say that I was like a complete loser. I was actually doing pretty darn well. MGTOW elevated me to a completely different level. It's like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
before
It's
I
the
do
same
anything.
for me.
Yeah. Before
Like
I
you
would
got
just be
more time for yourself.
and all that type of stuff. Yeah. I didn't build on myself, but when I came to MGTOW, I was like, all right, well, I mean, why not improve on myself? So I like started like watching those self improvement videos on YouTube. I picked exercises a lot, and I got jacked. I was not jacked. I did gain a lot of muscle mass in I'd say about maybe a month or two, and that was something that really impressed me. I went from being
Mhm.
like a relatively skinny dude, then my
Yeah,
body
like yeah, you
worked
you
out.
evolved basically to
Yeah,
the
and then I did
next
four.
level.
Yeah, and then I did a lot of forearm training. Dude, forearms are like so underrated. Like I got like my
Oh, dude,
veins
it's hard.
bulge out like hell. Like I'm just saying, forearms are like the most underrated muscle group in ultra. I'm just saying though, it really
That's
is.
true. Yeah, yeah. I've seen people that are like bodybuilding right now, and most of them are like starters, right? Like I can see that their triceps and like biceps are fucking jacked, right? And then you see those T-Rex
Mhm.
forearms, man. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like
It's like
it's like
skipping leg
they,
day, right? It's like skipping
yeah,
leg
like
day.
like
Yeah.
they pose, man. Of course, it's intimidating. They got like super huge bicep and tricep, and then you see the forearm though. It's like, what the fuck is that? It's like a T-Rex forearm. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah, yo, speaking of tricep, one problem that I have is like I overdid my biceps. Like how like you have like a muscle balance, right? So like whenever I have
Yeah,
my
yeah,
arm hanging straight, like it kind of like my biceps like so it doesn't go straight down, it like curves a bit because there's like
yeah,
an
yeah, yeah,
uneven
yeah.
muscular tension or whatever it is. So I'm like trying to I'm trying to maintain my biceps without at the same time trying to balance it out, like build the triceps and do a little bit less work in the bicep. That's the problem that I have. Like I really got to work on the
I
imbalance.
I
I
don't
really
know. My forearms are not that big compared to my biceps. I think they're just proportionate. But like my grip
Mhm.
strength is about 90 pounds. I can do 30 grips and like 30 90 pound grips.
That's nice. Do you train using grips or dumbbells or
Yeah,
what do you
yeah.
do?
No, I use those tension bands that they have. And then
All right. Nice.
basically they have this I found this on YouTube too, like it's like 5 minute all forearm training, which basically you're all you do is like open, close your fingers, clench your fist, open it, and then flex your wrist till
Wrist.
your
Yeah,
forearms just
I
become
used to do
so
that.
jacked. Like that
Yeah.
actually helped a lot. It because I think it strengthens your wrist and your forearm muscles, which is like people don't really concentrate on that because it
Yeah.
won't really make you look big, but
Yeah.
it's really nice to have like super good forearms to like it's part of like being proportionate, not skipping leg day.
Right. Right. Yeah, for like the longest time I was I'm not sure if you heard of there's a YouTube channel called Anabolic Aliens and I did their 5 minute body weight forearm routines. And I still do it occasionally, but I do dumbbells now.
Hmm.
But yeah, like you said, you have your arms pronated or whatever, maybe different positions, wrists
Yeah,
open
yeah,
or closed, moving in
yep,
directions, working out the good old brachioradials.
yeah,
And dude,
yeah.
that stuff burned. I
Dude,
underestimate, but it
it's
burned. Yeah.
hard to push that. It's really like to the point that you
Mhm.
grit your teeth, like you clench your teeth to like push through it, man. It's like
Yeah. You gotta
uh,
like walk around the room into just to distract yourself. It is brutal.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. The thing is that the forearms are like the most like it's the thing that why I believe it's so underrated is because like it's so noticeable. Like even if like it's just so like it's in front of everybody, and
hmm,
you and like anybody
you
having
can't
to
hide
do it
that
without
shit.
having to like show off. Yeah, you can't exactly. You can't hide that. You don't even have to show it off. Like it's automatically there. Hey, look at me. I got forearms. I got strong grip. You don't have to.
Yeah.
That's the thing about
See,
it,
that's the thing.
right?
It's like I don't know. Like with my small frame, they wouldn't think I'm like 164 kilograms,
Mhm.
164 pounds with my small frame. But man, I'm like
Yep.
ripped in my core and like not totally ripped, probably like 15% body fat or 20. But like I can see my
All
abs
right.
and like cobra fucking muscles showing now with ribs.
Yeah.
I'm not used to like
If I hold my breath in, I can see my abs. I just gotta hold my breath in and believe in
like I
magic to
still
see
got the
them.
baby. I still got the baby fucking, that baby fat below the lower belly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
about it. But like my
Yeah.
back,
Do you
my
plan on losing
arms,
it?
and I still got my power. Like man, my punching power is so in there. But like,
Mhm.
cause I skipped training for like a couple of months from the holidays and to the New Year's. Like my endurance is not there anymore. I got to get it back. But other than that, I'm like fucking in good condition.
Mhm. Yeah. Do you plan to like lose any body fat? Are you gonna do that? Like do a cut?
I'll probably do that next this coming spring. It's like it's just too cold where I live right now that I can't fucking do anything. And I hate
All
going to the
right.
gym and fucking, you see all these fucking
I see.
steroid jack people and like they're trying to laugh at you for being small, but like, at least I'm not on this is all natural, man.
Yeah.
Like for what I do, like my body adapted to my needs, which is, I'm not there to like show them that I'm a fucking big, huge ass motherfucking, cabinet, but but
Right. Right.
like when you need it the most, when you're like, fuck, I gotta climb this, you can and pull yourself up there without thinking twice. I mean, they might be huge, but they'll probably have, trouble pulling themselves up there because they're so big that their weight and what they need is so disproportionate. I mean, they got strength, but like they get
Mhm.
tired so quick because of all those big muscles, which is
Yeah.
like
So
I can go for
it can be
three
fake too, but yeah.
3 3 minute rounds. Before I stop training, I can go 3 3 minute rounds with 30-second rest, and that's continuous fighting. I
Uh-huh.
mean, for a 3 year amateur like me, I think that's pretty good enough. I'm not trying to lift my own chair here, but in my opinion, from what I've
Right.
seen, yeah, I think that's pretty decent for like a person who has been training for only 3 years and not even in professional mode.
Yeah, it's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, so like guys are like Tyrannosaur King and KJBS Scorpio 86 are saying in the live chat. They're talking about how they like kind of came to MGTOW and different stuff they experienced in school. Do you have any particular story that you would like to share that kind of led you to MGTOW?
Well, no, I think I was MGTOW before I even know it was MGTOW already. I was just doing my own thing, but then again, I used to have like girlfriends. Like
Mm,
I never had a steady relationship. I think my longest was 3 months.
really?
Yeah,
How
man.
about
It's
that?
like they always hop off to the next guy after being done with me. And that was when I
Mm,
was broke. I like broke, no money, and skinny as fuck. Now
right.
it's like, man, like I don't know. I can see them trying to like give me hints, but it's just sometimes I'm too inside my mind being an INTJ that I don't really notice it, or just maybe I stopped giving any fucks anymore. I was just like, I just want some company and that's it. Like, I mean, if I want sex, I will probably get it. Cause like anytime I really wanted to, man, it's just like I don't even say anything. The opportunity presents itself to be there. Like like I've got a fucking woman invite me to her place at one point and wants to have a threesome with
Mm,
me. It's just it's just because I have this I'm not trying to be a fucking you know a knight or something being chivalrous and shit, but like I think it's wrong to like get in yourself into a situation where you're doing some other guy's soon to be wife just because she's about to become they're gonna be wed soon, so she wants to like maximize her potential before she gets into a wedlock or something.
right.
Like I don't know, for myself, I don't want to be that guy that because like I strongly believe in karma,
Yep.
that if you do that it will come back to you and like tenfolds, man, tenfolds. It's not just like it's gonna happen to you, it's gonna happen to you or somebody close to you tenfolds. And I got a sister, so I can't like fucking fuck around. Like
Mm.
I can, yeah, I don't know. That's what I believe in. I mean, they can do their thing. Don't give a fuck.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, a lot of like
But it's
Tyrannosaurus
tempting though,
King
man.
was
Like
like
holy fuck. Like it
yeah,
was
yeah,
really
yeah.
tempting.
Yeah, a lot of guys have like different experiences. Sometimes it's just from like dating that just like you're kind of like, okay, what's the point of it? And then you say, okay, I'm just gonna give up on it. You don't even know what mental is. You just do your basic self analysis. You're like, okay, I don't think it's
Yeah,
worth it.
yeah, yeah.
Like Tyrannosaurus
I think yeah, that's what
gotten a
happens to
life
me.
that,
It's a cost benefit analysis of like, okay, so I'll have kids and eventually they'll still gonna throw me into a fucking care home when I get old. They're not gonna take care of me anyway. And I'm like, yeah, but kids are good.
Mm,
Like people are talking to me like, yeah, you should have like a wife by now or like get married or start dating. Like I started dating after like, having like I haven't really met a girl that can change my mind right now. I think.
right,
Yeah, like what I have been, it's like they are there's a blueprint that they follow, like a behavioral blueprint. Like seriously, man.
yep,
I can't pinpoint it, but like you can see a certain pattern, which is in myself. I'm like, fuck, what MGTOW guys were talking about is actually fucking real when you try to observe it. Like I got some chick right now. She's married with
yep,
2 kids, and like she wants to have a fling. It's because she keeps joking about her husband not you know, giving it to her now. And like obviously being me reading about all this stuff and the hormones and everyone, it's it's a hormonal problem. Like I know how they say that the love hormones just drop as as you guys stay longer together, right?
Right.
I mean, it's what they call like the spark being missing or something like that, or you're not getting her wet enough or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, well, one of the interesting things that I noticed in like the high school dynamic, especially, is that like girls, they always just like they constantly get attention from all the guys, and like
Dude.
I just don't know, I see, I genuinely don't get it.
Yeah.
I was talking to one. He's a nice guy. He really is. He's a wonderful guy. He's really talented and this and that. But he with girls, he isn't really so gifted in that area, so to speak. So I was talking to him. He had a case of uh one-itis with this chick. Now I was talking through because I had to deal with
Yeah.
it myself personally, really badly in eighth
Oh yeah,
grade.
yeah. We've
So
been
I was.
there. I think.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was talking him through it and this and that. That we've all been through. And then I asked him, okay, well, let me ask you this: like, if you want to date, that's all right. That's your opinion. That's your decision, and I'm not going to blame you for it. I'm not going to disown you. That's your life, right? But so I asked him this question. I'm like, okay, well, what's your relationship with girls? Like with all your female friends, not girlfriends, female friends, friends that are female, right? I asked him, what's your relationship? I said, and then he replied to me, oh, I just talk to them. I keep them happy. I say hi to them. I'm like, oh, okay. So I asked him this question, right? His reaction was the best thing ever. I asked him, all right, so you compliment them, you talk to them. I get it. All right. So let me ask you this. How do they benefit you? All right. And then
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
they talk to me. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Like that's a conversation. How do they benefit you? You feed them compliments and attention. How do they benefit you? And then he had like, oh, like he literally said,
Oh
oh, I
yeah,
never
yeah, yeah.
thought about that.
That light bulb
Yeah.
just like ding.
Yeah, I felt like taking a light bulb out from the ceiling.
Dude,
100%. I'm
that's
like,
so
man, there you go,
harsh.
buddy. But
That's a
yeah, I
harsh
mean,
red pill there. Like, dude, oh my god. I
yeah,
mean, red
he
pilling
just,
people are it's not fun, but like sometimes they just have to realize it, you know.
yeah, you just kind of do something. You just kind of got to realize. So I was like, so based off of what he told me, he says that like there was this girl he liked, right? Now, of course, I'm not gonna say his name, and I don't want to say too much
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
that's his right to
Discretion,
privacy.
but
But I'll just say
discretion.
that he had this girl, right, and all that type of stuff. He had some feelings for her, and that's understandable. That's okay. He like would hug her every now and then. Not every now and then,
Oh,
like
dude, really? Friend
he would
zone
hug
that
her.
shit.
You know what I mean. You know what I'm getting at, right? And then he would hug her. I'm like, oh, okay. And then he hugged this other girl, not the one that he liked, this other girl. And then the other girl got upset at him, and then I don't know. So I was I knew straight up that this is one of those shit sests and all that. Like this girl genuinely
Yeah,
does
yeah.
not care. We if other girl, this is just one of those shit tests. So I had to explain to him that whole thing today, uh, and all that type of stuff. Like, I mean, he's finding out though, I mean, like I said, he's a genuinely good guy. He just, he needs to
Yeah.
be kind of put on sports.
And it's those good guys that
I'm not
fall the
gonna go
hardest.
make now, but yeah,
Yeah, it's their own
yeah.
choice,
I
man.
don't, like I said, I'm not gonna force him to like go live a certain life and a certain path in life. He has every right, every decisions he wants to. I just want him to be informed of what's going on. I don't want him to be one of those guys who are just in the friend zone, constantly feeding attention, constantly providing attention, unaware of what's going on. I'm like, if
Oh,
you
fuck
if you want
that, man. I got
to
better
get a
things to
girlfriend,
do.
do. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, like if he wants to do that, that's okay. I'm not gonna like
Yeah,
disown him. Choice. I'm not gonna force my ideas down his throat, just like you want to do with me. I just want him to be aware of what's going on. Cause see, like I just felt like, dude, I feel like you don't know what is actually going on. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, 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 yeah. It's like if you need guidance, just hit me up. It's something like that. It's like a
Yeah.
kind of like a mentoring thing, but not totally dependent on your mentoring. Yeah, actually, that's what I think. It's like people. I've read about this that once you're 20 years old and above, the best thing that can happen to you is like a scarring,
Mm.
like a really hard. traumatic life experience, and that's
Yep.
how you learn from it. I don't know where did I read that, but it's it's from some book. Like it was stated that in order for an adult 25 years old and above to learn, is they had to experience something traumatic in order to learn something from that experience, which in fact is true. Like, being with all these breakups and stuff, of course, like the moment you say you love the girl, man, it's like bing, they just all of a sudden they don't want to do anything with you. It's because you can be serious, but like when you were not really interested, they were like trying to be, make you serious about them. You know what I mean? It's like what you're expecting is totally the opposite, and I'm like, fuck this shit, man. I hate mind games. I
Yeah.
hate, like, I
Yeah, I
hate
do. I do
fucking
that on
playing
purpose.
games.
Like whenever, yeah, like whenever I go out in public and all that, like I purposely keep to myself and I purposely ignore chicks. The reason behind that is that every single day there are hundreds of thirsty dudes who look at them, give them glances and all that. But if you ignore them completely, they'll
Dude, they
wonder, oh my god,
actually,
why is he not paying attention? You
yeah,
know what I
yeah, yeah.
mean?
They
Yeah, I do
actually
that all the
more
time.
like they hit on you. Like, I don't know what's crazy about this, but like, I'm 32, right? And the most of the girls that are hitting on me are like fucking 18, like freshly high school graduate to the like, sophomore fucking college chicks, and they're like, I was like drinking at a bar myself, and like, oh, you're drinking by yourself? I'm like, yeah, like they can't see I'm drinking by myself, and like I just didn't even invite it. I mean, the queue was there, they want me to invite them into my table. I'm like, fuck that shit. I ain't gonna pay for some bullshit thing like that. But like I
Right.
did pay a girl, like she bought me a fucking drink, so I bought her a drink back, and that was it. Like
Mhm.
it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's
I
just
got you. I
it's
got you.
but I never like fucking, hey, can I buy you a drink? Like, fuck that shit. That shit don't
Yeah.
work. Like, whatever is on the movies don't really work, and I'm not there to like. I'm there to have fun, listen to good music, and dance. I'm not there to fucking try and look for somebody to fuck. Is like, come on, horse or escorts are on speed dial. you know. Anyway,
You got cut off when you were talking. That happened again.
oh jeez, yeah, yeah. It's probably my band
Yeah.
here. I don't know. It's like I'm plugged into Ethernet, but like my fucking internet is just. And you know what's funny? Like I just upgraded my bandwidth on my internet speed too, and still cutting off. It's annoying.
Really. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's all right.
No, I can't game right. That's the problem. Yeah. When you're
I
on that
know.
like when you're on a clash and all of a sudden you start lagging and it's a clash, it's like god damn it. Yeah, half the
Yeah,
internet
I
just
got you. I
disappeared.
got you.
Yeah, yeah.
I know what you. I know what you mean. But yeah, I'm just saying though, like all the guys my age, not no, okay, no, that's it about
Yeah,
a lot of guys my age. Their primary the big problem is their primary motivation in life is women and girls. Look, it's all right if you want to do that, but you gotta
uh-huh.
realize it's not the best mentality to have, right? Because if that girl that you're fighting so hard for supposedly goes away, where's your motivation to be? They
Here's the
value
thing.
themselves based off of
Yeah,
their
yeah.
get a chick and all that type of stuff. There was actually a fight that happened in the cafeteria this past Wednesday or Thursday. Someone sent me a video. There's a guy, he put hands on another guy. They're fighting over a girl. And I'm not trying to be mean or judge a person off their looks,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't say she's the person you would want to fight over.
She's not a
But
10. She's not a 10, obviously.
yeah, I mean, like,
Okay.
I don't know her, but whatever.
A
I'm
6?
like, fighting over a girl. You're fighting. It's high school. What are you guys gonna do? Hold hands in the like? What do you guys? You know what I mean? Like, what's
Fuck behind the
special? You're
bushes.
gonna hold boo hoo. You're gonna get hallway privileges. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
If you,
yeah, I know.
you want to be able to hold my hand in the hallway, what are you gonna miss
Wait,
out?
wait, wait.
Having you
I
met
got
or
a
something?
question.
Yeah.
How old are you? If you like around what range is your age? So not totally so not
Right.
totally
Right now, I'm
young.
15. Yeah, right now I'm
15.
15.
You're 15,
Yeah.
and you already
Yes.
have a show.
Uh, I guess. Sure.
Damn, that's pretty good.
I guess it is. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I could use this as a job if my dream job doesn't
You
work
don't
out.
sound like
Could just
15 though.
I don't sound like a lot of people say I sound like I'm like 20 or something. That's like a lot of people assume.
I guess. Anyway, what else do they have for us? Like all these
So,
listeners here. I wasn't tuned into YouTube because it might cut off. I should actually do that, but it's like it's making a feedback
yeah,
sound.
that's all right. Yeah, I think. Let me check it real quick. I have my iPad. I can. Yeah, okay, that's playing. I just checked it. Yeah, the audio is fine. Yeah, but yeah, no, like they were fighting over that chick, and I'm just like, what are you fighting over? You know,
Oh
and you
yeah,
know the I just don't get how guys are like they fight over girls. I mean, they fight over girls, and they don't stick together. I mean, you know what I mean? I just don't get that.
You know what's
Yeah, they didn't
funny?
really
I,
put
I've
that much
seen
value in their friendship.
I've seen something like that happen, but it ends up like they're. Oh shit!
It's all right.
Like, yeah, both of them don't even get the girl. Like those people who got involved into the fighting thing.
Mhm.
Like, no, nobody got the girl after the fight, man. It was so funny. It's like, man, she both played you guys, and you didn't even know it.
Yeah, yeah, she did. Yeah, like they said, fighting over girls is kind of like a white knight characteristic. Like, what's the point,
Yeah,
right? I mean, first of all, it's high school. Like you think these relationships are gonna last forever? I got an email from this gentleman named Christopher for the. I'm not sure if you're aware, but I do like a MGTOW story series. It's coming out. So I think I'm gonna put it out like maybe sometime 1 week or 2 weeks from now. About this guy, he was 17 and he talked about how he had a girlfriend and basically it's the same old attention, type of thing and all that. It was just
yeah,
like it's really interesting to see what high school relationships are like. Cause like I was like, when I was younger, I was like, oh boy, when I get in high school, I'm gonna get a girl, and
yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
have like
yeah.
sex every single day. And nope, it ain't like that at all. You know what I mean? Your perception of it is totally skewed. You have that mentality like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be a fairy tale and all that type of stuff,
Yeah,
and
yeah, 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 yeah.
it
You
ain't gonna
bought
be like
that
that.
Disney colloquial fucking stereotype
Well,
relationship thing.
here's a little spoiler. It isn't like that. I'm not trying to spoil you that. Like I'm just saying though.
Uh-huh.
There was this chick I had. You know what is, right? You know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had this in eighth grade. I had this really bad case of one-itis for this one chick, right? So she did find out at some point that I did like her because one of my friends told her eventually. I told him to tell her. Like I was that much of a yeah. I was like kind of slipping out of it. But she found out and I just don't know. The thing was that like I could it was just so freaking weird. Like I couldn't get her out of my mind. It was just like the weirdest thing ever. And then like now things have got kind of before it was me chasing her, and then I said, you know what? I don't care about it no more. You ain't worth my attention. There are literally millions of other women on this planet. What makes you special? So as soon as I kind of got that mentality, now like the tables have turned. That was just like these are some really interesting observations I'm making. I'm just saying though. And then I got a football player. He sits next to me because that girl that I had when I was she was a cheerleader, right? That
See,
he's a football player, and obviously, if there's one group of men who will know the cheerleader's the best, it's the football player. So I was like talking to him, and he knows about he knew about my feeling source, and then one day, uh, we were like doing an assignment on our Chromebooks, like the miniature laptops, that type of stuff. We were doing like an assignment on there, and I was like just doing something. It was for science. We were like working on it, and it's like, hey man, you like that? You still like that chick? I'm like, well, yeah, not really, why? And then he go on my computer, and then he types in like she's a hoe, and I'm like, well, I mean, I guess you're right, right? And then when I thought about it, he was right. I just had it was just a matter of somebody having to splash some water on my face, if you will, to kind of let me. You know what I mean? It's
no,
insane
you know what
how.
he actually did there? I think
Yeah.
it's like he's trying tag her as like a trophy thing, oh, I fuck what you like, and you're like you're a lower male than me, and like fuck. Now like I realize that doesn't even matter anymore. Like once you get my age, or 24, 25, like what you guys should do is like save up, travel, and find other chicks.
Mhm.
Not in the Western
Yeah.
hemisphere.
Some
Man, I
some
mean,
guys. Yeah.
there's a lot of like Russian chicks waiting to be fucked, and they're hot,
Well, I mean, I could fly there.
and
Who
they're not
knows?
feminist. They'll take care of you. Like even milfs, man. Like they will take care of you. I've seen one man. He's like probably in his 25s. He's like in finance business, and
Mm-hmm.
like he's living without like an older woman that
Mm-hmm.
pays everything, all his rent, all his stuff, and he drives a Beamer. Like he makes drift shows and TV, and he's like dating this really hot milf, and like fuck, this guy's living the life. But like if he's not in the Western Hemisphere, he's
Right.
probably like
Right.
somewhere
I
in
see what you mean.
Belarus or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Somewhere.
like
Somewhere like that. Somewhere like that.
like there's a whole lot of fucking space that we still need to discover, and not peg
Yeah.
ourselves to be this is where I die. Like I told myself that I would never die in this town.
Mhm.
Like
I
it
see
would
what you mean. I
be,
see what you mean.
yeah. I want to at
But
least
yeah.
see most of the things. There's a whole lot. Like I'm surprised, man. I went to this convention one time in like a different province where I live. And man, like there's this one hot Amsterdam chick that all of a sudden start talking to me, and like we hung out, we drank beer, and like apparently like she wants to hang out more, but like she texted her boyfriend earlier to pick her up. So her boyfriend showed up while I was like talking to her, trying to get her to another bar, like to just go bar hopping that night. And she was like, "Oh, geez," like she had so much fun that night, and I had so much fun that she's like, I think she regretted it, texting her boyfriend to pick her up early. Yeah. And like the look on
That's
her
nice.
face, man, like, oh, geez, like I'm missing out. I'm like, oh, that's fine. Maybe we can meet up. She's still a good like friend of mine. Like she still texts me and all that, even though.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what
But
you
that's
mean.
all there is, man. It's like I'm not really like looking for anything special right now. I just want to have fun. That's
I
it.
got. Yeah, there was this. I talked about it a couple of times in a couple live streams before. There was this girl in eighth grade, right? So, like I said, in dating in middle and high school, you don't do crap, right? Holding hands in the hallways, like
Oh
as
yeah,
far
yeah.
as you'll
Like
get. Yeah, you're farther than that.
PDA,
But there was this girl,
PDA.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
She went through. I kid you not. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. She went through four like middle school boyfriends in 1 month. So that's like one every week. I'm not joking. She bragged about this to the class. Oh, so like I just don't know. It's like and then now I think she's settled on some. I wouldn't call him like a beta guy, but like it's kind of like when the you know what I mean. He's like I guess it's not what I don't know how to describe it. Not beta, but definitely not alpha. Somewhere in the middle, if you get what I mean.
Oh, the
Uh,
Omega guy, Omega. I think that is.
Omega, yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah,
That,
the
yeah,
Omega. It's like
Omega.
it's
Sure, Omega
similar
guy.
to
Yeah, so like yeah, yeah. But no, he like started dating her. Like she's like bragging to the class. She's like, "Oh my god!" Like 1 week, she's like, "Oh my god, I'm dating this guy. Oh my god, I'm dating this guy." And then she said it. She said it for the fourth. It's like my friend Marshall. My friend Marshall. He's like, I was telling him, I was like, "Dude, isn't that like the fourth girl like this? Isn't that like the like 1 month or something?" And like,
yeah.
I was just like, "What?" Bragging about this. And then the sad thing is, there are guys each other over that type of stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, we yeah. Oh yeah. So Tyrannosaur King asked in the live chat, does anyone think this generation in the Western world is fuck yourself with a big slap of the face? Referencing Tyrannosaur videos. Nice guys, I want you any more video. Well, I'll give my take on it first. I'll let Dollar KYU give his sake. But I would say, yeah, we are kind of screwed.
Think it off.
For believe in something that their belief is not true, it's very unlikely that they will change their mindset. Right now, that is something that that thing with the next generation is up in the air with the availability of technology. More younger guys are starting to go their own way, saying goodbye to relationships. But overall, we are really screwed. Right, we are screwed one way and another, especially with the Western culture. We live in a culture where hypergamy is exploited, and with hookup culture, society can't really it can't we can't be fully functioning because the government has financed the removal of a masculine role model from the house. So they take away half of essential development for the next generation of kids. They finance the removal of marriage and family, which is, by the way, one of the key pillars, if you will, of society. Now it's being financed by the government to be taken out of the equation, right? You have that. Additionally, you just have what would you call it? Gender politics, if you will. They're just getting worse overall. Things are getting worse for everyone. It's getting more difficult it's becoming less economically viable for guys to stay in relationships. It's just really not, as like MGTOW guys say, it's not worth the squeeze anymore. So yeah, I'd say we're definitely screwed. And honestly speaking, I'd say that we're gonna see some major societal collapse in my lifetime. Now, of course, it's possible, maybe not. Who knows? People have been saying that we'll see collapse for like many generations. We're still here, right? But we're going to see some major changes within my lifetime, no doubt about that. So we're going to see some major changes happening, and we are screwed. We're set up to be screwed. We're set up to get married and get messed up and all that type of stuff. But MGTOW or whatever can free from that. So yeah, I would say that we are kind of screwed. We're set up to be screwed, but MGTOW can save you from that, right? I was set up to be screwed. I was set up to be one of those fucks, you know, like literally bleeding away their their spirit. I'm not trying to sound like some religious person or whatever, bleeding away the spirit, but like it's kind of you kind of do feel it though. Like you feel like your insides are being drained out. You feel empty. But after I came to MGTOW, I felt so alive. I started doing semen retention. That would combine with MGTOW.
Oh, dude,
All that stuff
that's
combined makes
a
you feel so alive.
huge thing.
What
You know
happened?
how I got really strong at that point too while I was training.
Yeah,
It's like yeah, I did the no fap thing for a year,
yeah,
like no porn, no nothing while I was like training
right.
hard. And man,
Hmm.
like
That's all.
that's actually a really good thing.
It
Like
is. Yeah.
it will give you more energy, more like your thinking would be so much sharper, and
Yes.
your
Yes.
emotions will not sway your decisions, man. Like seriously. Like if you want to
If
get
if you
something
can
done,
beat
it will get done.
masturbation urges, you can beat anything. That is
Yeah,
fact.
yeah, that is fact. Like I think
That is fact.
if you actually can, like that's the pinnacle of like self-discipline, I think.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I've been like when I was like looking at the scientific benefits, like the science behind why your life dramatically improves through NoFap and all that. It was really interesting. Like 1 ounce, it takes 40 ounces of blood to make 1 ounce of semen. Then semen
Oh,
itself has
really?
it has yeah, yeah, it does. That really shocked me. I mean, that's a lot of blood, and it's like it's all gone to waste in just a matter of seconds. On top of that, semen obviously which has nutrients in it, right? 1 ounce of semen, if I can recall correctly, has the nutritional value of 10 eggs or one steak, and that is a lot, right? So like if you eat one steak, you get lots of nutrients from it and all that type of stuff, get energy, and then you just waste it all out in like a couple of seconds. And I was like, that's so stupid. I'm not even putting it on a real person. Like, what's the point? It's going onto a bed sheet, it's going onto a sock, going into my hand, the shower. Why am I wasting it? I can use that, so I can harness that and use it for something a
Yeah,
lot more productive. So
harness that
I'm
energy.
I have been struggling with it. It's been an on and off type of thing, but
Yeah,
I'm
same here. No,
I'm
but
not gonna
like
lie, but I'm seeing improvements.
if I really if I really decided to, I can. It's just that anger that I have, that red pill anger that I have before, that actually I use that and turned it into something positive instead of
Hmm.
what people were usually doing, which is portrayed hardly by the movies, which most of us, our generation, are basing their lives off, is from the movies. It's like,
Yep.
if a girl dumps you, you see this guy now is in the bar trying to drink himself to death, and if you're young and you're watching that
Yeah.
inculcates that behavior in your mind, which is
It messes
really
with your mentality. Yeah, you're right, and it's just like I feel so bad, because all these guys they say, "Oh, I'm useless unless I have a woman." They base their own value off of their ability to get a girl, when in fact it may not be their fault. It can be. You can't be in denial
oh
of your actions, but at the same time, you can only control so much. Like if
yeah,
that girl cheated
exactly.
on you, wondering why
Fucking
you cry. It's not your fault. She cheated on you. She failed to maintain commitment. Why are you sad? I can understand, but still, though, I try to not sound like a conspiracy theorist, but it's true. Guys are conditioned by their environment to be cucks, or it's like, whatever you want to call it. I feel I don't like to talk. I don't like to say the word cucks and all that because
yeah, yeah. I hate
I just
using
don't like.
that too. I don't
It
like
feels kind of weird and all
degrading.
that, but
It's like
still.
it's still the same to men. Like, you're degrading men if you're using those terms still. It's not a good
Mhm.
thing. It's like, I don't know. That's for myself too. It's like, if you want to be a trad cuck or something like that, I don't think that's the right term. It's like,
Mhm.
they do their own thing, but like, I don't want to degrade another man, more or less. I mean, yeah, I would love to fuck her. I mean, his wife, if she is down, but like, I don't want that to happen. Man, a lot of people are
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
they
yeah. I got you. I got you. I feel that
they
way too. I
act
feel that way.
like, at my age too, they think it's like, oh, that's being adult. It's just like, you just go into this like, fucking stuff where there's an orgy and adult parties and stuff, and like, fuck, if that's what's being an adult means, I'm like, fuck this. I'd rather build a car and fucking learn how to like fix shit instead of like wasting my time
Yeah,
into
that's
those
true.
like. Like,
That
man,
is
now
true.
I can like, I can troubleshoot my car. I know what's wrong with it. Fix most of it myself, and man, I save fucking ton fuck of money from doing that. And I taught myself to, like, which is like, man, if while you're young, take note of this. You guys should start scaling up, save up, and enjoy it once you're 30. Like, invest, save your money, scale up. Fuck all this woman, fuck dating, fuck all that shit, man. It's because all you're doing is like giving your bucket away. Whatever you have in your bucket, you're emptying it to like fill others' bucket. Which, in fact, before you can do that, you need to fill your bucket first. You guys get
Yeah.
my drift? Okay,
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I know what you.
I'm reading what T King is saying here. The lesson learned is never to give them power ever again. It's not about giving power. I mean, come on, guys, you can give them power and just watch the whole world burn. Like, you can always do that. Like that, let them
Yeah.
learn about their stuff. Like how
Yeah.
because like, once you give them power, now they all have this stuff in their hands, and like, it will define what they are really about. You can't define who they are once they have given power. Only they can define what they really stand for once they have, once they are in that
Mhm.
position of power. I think it's like there's this saying where they said, you can never know a man if you haven't seen him at his lowest, when he didn't have money, when
Yeah.
somebody close to him, like a family member, dies.
Yeah.
or once he is on the peak of his rise, like in a position of power, then you can
Right.
define who that man is. I don't know. I
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
all these
I see what you.
principles
I see
where
what you mean. Yeah. You'll be surprised if you came to. I say you say that you don't live in America. So if you came to these American high schools, dude, you'll be kind of amazed with how quickly they learn. Like there was a chick, she was literally offering to sell herself for a vending machine. We have like vending machines, and they sell like
yeah,
cokes
yeah,
and
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
for about $1. And they always go to the teacher. They always go to the guys, whoever has money. All right, who has? It's like a little call. It's like at a so funny. It's a
Yeah,
little all right. Dollar. They're just trying to get at. They're just trying to get like another dollar. Like, all right, who has $1 I can borrow? And then like there was a girl. She went up to this guy, and then he asked her. She asked him, "Hey, you have $1 I could borrow or not borrow? I could use." And he was like, "What for?" He's like, "Oh, machine." I was like, "Well, why do I want to give it to you? I'm not getting it, so why would I want to give it to you?" And then she literally no, she literally said, "Oh, I'll spend time with you after class." She literally sold herself for a soda from a vending machine. She
dude,
sold herself out like
that's not so
though.
indifferent
Well, are you
where at
serious?
my age right now. Like, I had this
Mm-hmm.
single mom. I was she hit me up, but because normally I don't really go near girls and try to like hit them like, hey, want to do this, want to do this. They usually like give the sign first, like they try to like get to know me and start being fuzzy and ditzy with me, and that's when I know like they really like me. That's when I go in for the kill. But like yeah, it's like after all this things happened between us, like it came to a point where she was like, the only thing that I can give you is like when you told me you're asking for loyalty and honesty, which in fact that was like my base core of being into that relationship, right? It's like honesty and loyalty, and I will return it because
Mm-hmm.
like I know that's my shit. And like fucking, she was like, the only thing I can give you right now is just companionship. It's like it's basically like you can take me out on dates and I can give you good companionship for like movies, lunch, and stuff like. It's basically like that, and it's like it's so indifferent like from high school to like now. It's just they just changed terms, which is like a
Mm-hmm.
feminist thing. It's like they
Yeah.
just change rephrase the thing and try to sell it back to you again. I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm noticing some really interesting patterns. There, that one Irish chick that I used to like. So I have her in one of my periods, and in that period, there was another guy. He was like like if you go to the dictionary, right, and you look up the definition for a douchebag, you're gonna find his name right there, right. I'm not trying to talk trash on him, but I just don't
Okay.
get it. Like no. Here's the thing: every single girl, they go wet and they orgasm at the sound. Like they have, they get so wet at the sound of his name. I just don't get it though. Like, I mean, I'm not like jealous of him. Like, I just don't get it genuinely. Like it's not like he doesn't play sports. He doesn't care about anything in class. If it was someone who was like academically focused, at the same time they're like athletically built, and all that type of junk, I would understand that. But this guy, I just don't get it though. Like he's just like one of those stereotypical fuck boys, if you will. I'm not trying
Yeah,
to
he's
like
a bad
talk
boy.
about him. Yeah, whatever. I'm trying to talk
Nasty
trash
boy.
about him. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
saying though, like I don't get it. And then that girl I used to have one artist for, um, she like liked him, and then now he got changed to another class, and now that he's gone, I like now she's trying to like try to get my attention. But at this point, I don't like her. Like I don't like her anymore because she liked the other guy. So I don't know. It's so weird,
I see.
because it
Oh
like
no, it's not weird.
I feel like they stopped trying. Yeah.
It's like a programming where like if they can't get like the smart athletic guy, then might as well at least this the security of the bad boy, thinking that the bad boy will defend her in times of trouble and shit like that. But they don't realize in the long run once she popped like two, three kids and he's still a fuck boy doing drugs and all that shit. Like it is like
Yeah.
like I've seen that's so stereotypical here. Like Like I've seen a lot of people, they dated the fucking drug dealers. Next thing you know, they got kids. Next thing you
Yeah.
know, like they got like three kids from this guy and dating another dude who's like, this dude is so beta, I think, that he doesn't even realize like, oh no, I'm in for the relationship. I like, yeah, I'll take care of your kids and all this shit. And like behind him, that chick that screwed the fucking drug dealer guys are still
Yeah.
trying to like screw around with some other guys like me behind his back. And
Oh,
like,
you gotta love
yeah,
that, you know.
yeah, man, I know, like
You just
me, I mean, fuck, that's like one of my thing. It's like, shit, she's trying to like get me. You know what? After like I didn't fucking give her the D, man. You know what? Thanks for the very awkward evening, she said. I mean, what's more awkward,
oh
like me fucking you in your house where you're supposed to be wedded guy lives, or fucking not doing anything, just hanging out. Like that's awkward for her. I mean, like fuck. That man,
yeah, yeah.
lady,
I got
lady,
you. I know where you're coming
weird.
from though.
Fuck.
I know where you're coming from though. But like I don't I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I just don't get it though.
But
I
then
don't
again,
know.
I'm more
I
into
really don't understand. Like even from a female perspective, even taking into
uh,
consideration, hypergamy. I just don't get like he didn't give off the characteristics of security, but whatever, dude. I don't know, and I don't care. Like
no,
that
it's
made
the
no sense at all.
emotional roller
You
coaster they
know?
give. It's the emotional roller coaster they provide those chicks, and chicks love, because like chicks feed on emotion. They live on emotion. They act on
Yeah.
emotion. So
Mhm.
if you do them in a roller coaster type of emotions, which I hate because there's no logic behind it.
Right.
Man, they love you for that. No wonder, like even if they are getting abused, fucking getting punched, bruises here and there, they can't live their relationship. It's that one
Yeah.
fucking um thing there too. It's the emotional real. I've read about that. I forgot what it's called, but like they love that. They like rather be that other than like stability and stagnant. Fucking
Yeah,
be
they like
so
that emotional type of thing.
yeah.
They think they can control the bad boy, but they can't. That's the funny thing about it. They think they control the bad boys, but they can't. That's the reason they're a bad boy. They can't be
There was
controlled by a woman.
there was a story. There was a Marine, and he had this wife. They were like better off, but then she went for at one time there was like a get together for the people that coming back, and then of course there's
Mhm.
this commanding officer of that Marine, and as they were
Yep.
hanging out there, so she went to the bar, pick up some beer, and then this commanding officer just went up to her and like, hey, what's up? Try to like, talk to her, and then she's like, yeah, but I'm married to this guy, and he was like, no, now you're coming with me. That's what the fucking uh commanding officer told this chick, and she went with him. And, years after that,
Mhm.
that fucking commanding officer got booted out of the Marines because he's a coke fiend, and they living in this ditzy house. She's like a drunk, and like everything's messed up. And the other Marine, man, he's like he got like fucking uh, what's that, like $500,000 fucking business deals and shit, like making
Mhm.
fucking cashing out, making money enough for like it's like so fucking, like I love those kinds of stories, man. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you left this guy thinking you can do better. Fuck you then, like next thing you know, this guy's fucking millionaire, and you're there with a fucking coke fiend, you know, and she
Yeah.
still can't
Yeah.
leave
I
him.
know what you mean. Yeah. I
And
know what
that moral of the story
you.
is like they made their beds. It's time to lay. It's time for them to lay in it. That's
Mhm.
why, cause like that my ex too. She just told me that's how I got actually into MGTOW. It's like when she told me she was a
Mhm.
feminist, and she was like explaining all this to me. I'm like, fuck this, and I'll try to research more about this, and then somehow MGTOW popped up, and then like as I was reading, I was like, what the fuck? This is like how I live my life, man. As soon as like start, it's like fucking red pill me. I got hooked into it, and now I realize what the fuck I was, like trying to like
Yeah,
please all this woman and all this bullshit they put me through, and I'm like, fuck this, man. I'm like, and then soon as I
yeah. I'm
realized
done.
that, I actually realized that how I got girls before is was I was actually ignoring them, not really like talking to them, being that like I don't know. It was just my thing. It's like I don't really talk around like small talk this, small talk that. No, it's
Right.
never good
Yeah.
conversations unless
I I
it's
I,
something
I
meaningful like
agree.
this.
Hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean though. Yo, the one interesting thing that happened like kind of recently is that I have a friend, right? He's super cool and all that type of stuff, and I'm close with him now. But there was this one girl that he like I wouldn't say love for, but he had like major ass infatuation for this chick, right? And like he like she was not a bad person, but she had like daddy issues or something like that. She
Oh
she
yeah.
went through some stuff in her life and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So like, I was like, dude, look, I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm not saying you should hurt her feelings or anything, but you kind of, I wouldn't really mess like don't play with fire. In other words, right? And like before he was like, oh no, we'll make things work because like she would say, you're not allowed to talk to me until Friday and that type of stuff. I'm like, are you serious, man? Just break it up already. But he would. Well, thankfully though, he did break it up eventually, and sure enough, a couple days later, there are nudes circulating around high school and all that. So that was just a quick turn. I was like, dude, you were with her just before. Like, do you
Yeah,
see
you
what you
save
like? You dog.
yourself. Yeah.
Like, who wants to have that type of reputation? You know what I
You
mean?
ducked that really good. Like you dodged that
Dodge that
really
thing like it was
good.
a freaking missile. And yeah,
Yeah.
no, the thing is
Good
that
thing
like
it didn't blow
he
up on his face,
he
man.
really oh my god, dude, it was like an awesome transformation. He would say that, oh, she's so beautiful and all that, and now he like he shit at calls her a hoe and all that, and I'm like, dude,
No,
thankfully you've
I
woken the
wouldn't
heck.
call anyone a hoe.
Like, I am so happy that he actually pulled his head out of his ass. Like he's like taller than me and all that, and if I slapped him, he would beat the crap out of me. But I wanted to slap him. I'm like, wake up! Like, do
That's
you not see what you're doing? Like, you
let
like get
bro.
those
You
hormones.
should
In your brain. You know what I mean?
make
But
them. Let
like,
them make
thankfully,
mistakes, man. That's
yeah.
one
But no,
thing
he
about
thankfully
being
in
a
time. You
MGTOW
gotta have a
guy.
thankfully in
Like
time.
like
Yeah,
I don't like red pilling people, but like when I see that it's about to blow up in their face, I just have to step in and red pill that guy. It's something like that.
yeah. I don't like to rebel. I don't like to ruin their lives and make them fall apart.
Yeah,
When they have that oh moment, like you said, like we were talking about a bit earlier, that
yeah,
light
yeah,
bulb moment with a friend.
yeah.
I like that stuff. Yeah, I want to ruin their life, but they're like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. You know
Like
what I
the
mean?
fucking
That's
eureka moment. It's like,
yeah,
ding!
yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah, like that.
shit!
Ding!
God dang!
That is the
Yeah,
type of stuff I'm talking about. You know?
yeah, man. I love
Yeah,
when
yeah.
like you see that in their face. It's like, holy shit!
Mhm,
You're goddamn right.
yep.
So
Yeah,
I got
absolutely.
this question.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about TFM and all his like sex toys and all that? I mean, you're probably not as as adult as we as TFM is talking about all that. But what do you guys think about like people moving into sex robots and stuff like that? Like for myself, man, like I'm not degrading that. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to have sex with like those toys and it's like bad for your psyche and shit and all that. I mean, if that's what they
Hmm.
like, then they go ahead and do it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I won't do it.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from. Yeah, my take on it is like if you want to do like you said, if you want to do it, do it. But like I personally don't get it. Like I try to like look at them, I just don't get that. Like I just kind of need physical affection as opposed to like a robot or something. Even though they look
That's what
realistic,
I
I
think
just
too.
can't.
Like I cannot have sex with a girl just for the sake of sex. Like
Yeah, like I
I need
mean,
to have like a
you
like
need
an
a little bit of
emotional
connection, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, a
connection.
little bit. Not too much, a little bit. You
Yeah, yeah.
know.
It, or else, like, I get your point. What you said earlier, it's like you're just playing with yourself using her body. If you don't have an emotional connection, you just like basically for the fucking,
Yeah. And I kind of prefer like doing it with people. Well, okay, first of all, I'm a virgin. All right, I literally I want to clarify that. But if I were in the position to bang someone or do the reproductive rituals,
you just
whatever you
get
want to call it,
raped
yeah,
at
I would
least
I would rather
once, man.
take a person. Yeah,
Like
I would take a person over or
if you
whatever. You know,
actually are
you
close
enjoy
by,
that physical connection.
once
Yeah.
you turn 18, I will take you to the titty bar. That's what I did to my friend. So like, yeah, that's how I got my fucking trouble too. Like on his 18th birthday, I took him to a titty bar, and man, did he have fun.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
That was bad though. Like I took
That'd
him
be
to like
awesome.
Saturday, Saturday stripper brawl, and then fucking Sunday brunch, stripper brunch. It's like fuck.
Ooh, I see.
Yeah, man. We had so much fun, but like after
That's
that, I
nice.
got into trouble and lost so much money. But I mean, I did change somebody's life
You gotta
like
love
so
that.
hard. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I'm like
you
fucking
gotta love that.
I was like fucking Stifler from fucking American Pie, just like red pilling his friends like that. Just you know,
Yeah, doing it slow, doing it slow. I get you. I got you. I got you. That's that's good.
that's
I
a
know what you
total
mean.
Stifler move, man. Like,
That is, yeah, that is. But, like the thing is though, I just can't. To me, it feels like you're like with the sex doll. It feels like you're banging a dead person. I don't know about you, but it just feels like the person's like not responding, and even if they do, it isn't that human. I need
yeah, yeah.
I need to
There's
know
no
like,
connection. I think.
dead. Are you awake? You know what I mean? I gotta know if you're
I
dead or
mean,
something. You know what I mean?
I
I know
mean,
that.
like
So
some people are
I just
using
prefer that.
using that with VR too. Like he was talking about
Yeah.
using the doll while having a VR on his head. I mean, that might like get the illusion of your bang or something, but like I don't know. It's I was never into that kind of stuff. I'm not saying it's bad, but for me
Yeah.
personally, I don't think I will. Like, I'd rather have a stripper than that. You know.
I got you. The thing is, like doing it like individually, like a one-time thing, it's not bad. The problem with that is that you will get addicted. Like you can't
Oh, of
deny
course, it's gonna
basic
be a
neuroscience,
yeah, it's
neurology.
gonna be a
You will get
behavioral programming.
addicted. Yes, it will get. You can't deny that. Like once you see your first porn video, you are addicted.
No,
Like
it's
we're
it's
like
it's
I don't know, but I'm
action
not sure about you.
reward.
I
It's
have
action
had
reward
porn addiction for a long, long time.
system.
So I'm just saying, bro, like it really, it's not good. It is not good because like I get it, but like instantly flutter, it's less risk. Cool, right? Problem
Yeah,
is that you have instant gratification readily
exactly.
available to
Yep.
makes you a weak person. The whole idea of MGTOW is to take control of your life and kind of get that alpha mindset. When I say that, I don't mean like you don't have to necessarily go to the gym, get ripped, and bang chicks, but like take control of your life and be the man that makes change. Don't let people boss you. Boss your own right. And if you're gonna if you're gonna let your emotions and all that, your hormones control you, like if you had a porn addiction like I had, you don't control yourself. Your hormones do. Okay,
Yes.
you don't get to
Yes.
say, "Oh, I want to do my homework now." You can't do that. Your hormones say you got to stop.
I
You got to
want a
jerk off.
fap.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta. You can't exactly. You can't control yourself. That's the problem. And it's not because you're a weak man. That's how addiction happens.
Uh-huh.
Research has shown that porn addiction it has the brain it functions just like a cocaine addict, just like a methamphetamine addict,
Yeah.
with a porn
The
addict.
action
It shows the
reward system.
behavior and all that type of it. It's scary. It really is. And like I said, I'm okay with you getting a sex doll, but you're gonna get addicted. I'm just saying though. Like if you watch porn all the time, you're going to get addicted. All right, your brain is gonna chase that high that it physically can't achieve. So I'm all right with it. Go if you want to, but know that you will most likely get addicted to it. Like I'm betting my life savings you're gonna get addicted to it. You know what I mean?
Like
Like it's just
they
like
might get addicted to the point that they will shun any actual human interface contact. You know that
yeah,
that's further down the road. I think. Hopefully it doesn't happen.
yeah,
Hopefully
yes,
they have
yeah,
something for that. But like from my experience, from myself, I'm not
mhm,
saying uh I'm an addict, but you know I've seen people, I've experienced it myself, that it's hard unless you have that real good mindset on your
yeah,
head that you're going to like you set boundaries for yourself. And you know
yep,
while you're still young, like around your age, it's hard to set boundaries because tendency is you guys want to explore more, want to be out in the world, discover stuff, experience um different stimulus. So like, you know, it's all out there, but I'm saying it's choose wisely. And even if everyone's doing it doesn't mean it's right.
you're right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, lots of people getting married, lots of people getting in relationships long term, but that doesn't mean it's all right for you. You know what I mean?
I don't
A lot
know,
of people
man.
getting
I,
married.
I
That
was I
doesn't mean
was
it's all
never
right.
I was never the guy that wants to get married anyway. And I told my mom
Yeah.
already, like, fuck, you better trust my younger brother to get married because I'm not. You won't have grandkids with me.
Yeah, I
And
got you. I got you.
I think she kind of like smiled or got my point, but at the same time not happy because like, of course being a mom like that, she wants me to see and have a family, obviously, like I think that's what she thinks, but I don't know. I just there's more in life rather than like, have family and settle down and stuff like that. I'm not the kind to settle down yet, I think.
Hello, you there?
Yeah.
Cut off. Yeah, you got cut off when you're talking about settling down.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just saying that I'm not the type to settling down yet. And my age, I'm still
Oh, okay.
like a
You
lot
just
of
like
people
move.
are saying I look like 24 or like just fresh out from high school when I'm like 32 already. And I can't believe it. Like fucking all these young chicks hitting up on me. Like, man, somebody were like some of them were just 17 even. I'm like, fuck, you guys are gonna get me in trouble. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no.
I'm not saying I'm a good looking guy. I'm not a 10, that's for sure. I'm like probably average of a 6. That's why I think. But it's like there's something on how I carry myself, like especially now being MGTOW and just being a fucking snobbish prick. That like
Mhm,
I think they love being like that, like just ignoring. Like, why is he ignoring me? Yeah, I'm supposed to be pretty. Like all this
mhm.
good looking guys are like fucking checking me out, and he's like there on his phone not giving a fuck. I'm like, what's wrong with him? He must be gay, or and then with that curiosity, fuck, they just like try and, I don't know, say something.
Mhm. I see.
And they try to like, they try to shame you, but I'm like, can't see me, motherfucker.
That's the
Got
beautiful thing
places to
about it.
go.
You're like immune to shame. And that's all they got. You know, they don't got anything more than shaming
Oh,
tactic.
they can
That doesn't
shame me
work.
all they want,
Yeah,
man,
I
but
control you.
like
Yeah.
I'm so into that point of my life that fuck, you can shame me whatever you want. I'm still gonna do my way.
Hmm.
Fuck you all, like like of course, we
Yeah.
all got like skeletons in our closet, right? But like you learn to
Right.
live with it, and like at least where I'm at right now, it's so far from where I have been that I can tell I have like from for the like in this past 3 years of constantly trying to improve myself, like I've come a long way from where I was from. Like honestly, I was probably like 50 kilograms when I started.
Yeah.
Now I'm like 75 kilograms, and man, I'm trying to lose weight, like seriously. And you know how far I can drop my weight without like
Really.
total dehydration is fucking up to 72 kilograms only. So that's like 160. That's
It's
like
not bad.
I'm dry in the lips, no water, no food, and like
Hmm.
Yeah, like totally. That's the only like being skinny, and I can see like I shrink, but like I can't lose that weight anywhere beyond that 72. That's it, man. Like
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. For losing weight, are you on like a caloric deficit or whatever it's called? Are you
Yeah,
doing
like
that?
I did that for a fight. I trained for like I lost weight from 80 to 75 to 72 in like a week.
Hmm.
So that's how fast I can lose weight. It's like if I jog
All right. I
straight
see. I see.
and then do a caloric deficit, like probably eat one meal a day and then train hard. I mean, you're gonna lose some strength, you're gonna lose some endurance, but you're gonna lose weight too, like quick, especially when you
Yeah.
jog.
Do you incorporate hit Tabata cardio into your training routine?
Like I almost do cardio almost every single day.
Hmm.
It's like a warm up
But
and then do cardio.
do you know what that is? You ever heard of hit Tabata cardio before, or you haven't heard of it?
What like wait, I think I heard that. Yeah, enlighten me.
Yeah, high intensity interval training. It's
Yeah.
like where you do
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
intense
see what you
training
mean.
for like maybe 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, that type of deal.
Well, like the type of training that I was doing that 100 thing. It's not like I'm
Uh,
taking my time. It's like I push it to the max and like I can finish 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and like it used to be 30 minutes, and now I
mhm.
can do it in 10
That's not bad. I said that's
10
a good.
minutes.
It
Now I have
is,
to
yeah.
put now I have to put like 50-pound weight on my necks doing my squats to like, have that same pump.
That's good. That's the case of improvement. Yeah, but like
My
if you want
legs
to
are
like, lose,
thick, man. It's I don't know.
yeah.
It looks like I didn't skip leg day because it's so my I'm like a frog. I've got like bigger legs. Well,
All
kickboxing
right,
anyway.
I see.
It's like that probably.
Uh,
It's because kickboxing.
mm,
Hmm.
I see. Yeah, if you want to like lose weight, like especially belly fat, a lot of guys like recommend that you do that caloric deficit and all that, like I said.
Yeah.
And then you incorporate like a lot of cardio because like what they found out was that like it burns fat at a much higher rate. Like if you went jogging for 1 hour,
Hmm.
it doesn't even come close to the amount of fat burned from hit to body cardio. And even after you're done, it's still your body is still burning fat because your
Yeah.
mind is like I think it's tricked into thinking you're still doing it or something like that. So even after you finish, you're still burning fat, and you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
like get shredded really easily if you do that. Just
Like
caloric deficit,
yeah.
hit the you're good. You know.
Also, if you want to lose belly fat, your diet should just be composed of like almost no carbs. So you cannot eat bread, no fucking carbs, just pure
Yeah.
protein. And then you can't even drink milk, no fats. It's just pure protein. So like most of the people that are cutting, they're like eating steak and then
Uh,
like a protein shake. It's like pure protein shake, not like the mass gainer stuff. And then
right.
like lots of salt so you can retain water while you're cutting weight and get shredded. Because like once you have water in your system, it's so easy to flush it because you just sweat it out. Basically, just do like hit 1 hour hit training. You'll be fine. Like you'll fucking lose weight like in no time. That's why I don't get with all these people trying like Weight Watchers and all this. And like they are so busy, they think that all they do is like, oh, all I can do is fucking do treadmill and stuff. And I'm like, fuck, you do that treadmill thing, but you actually go for like instead of just like your normal jog pace, you actually do the run and like
Yeah.
do it until your legs are so on fire that you have to slow down to a jog and keep doing
Mhm.
that until you cannot jog anymore and then walk, man. Like you're gonna shrink in like 2 months, 3 months time. Like fuck, all those weight, you're gonna lose that and actually build like, because like the biggest muscle group, it's what they said. It's like if you really want to lose weight, use your biggest muscle groups, which is your legs, because like you use your bum, you use your thigh, you use your leg, and
Mhm.
those are like big muscle groups. Like your leg is probably like muscle is bigger than your arm muscle. So like unless you skip leg day, you know.
Yeah, I yeah,
Man,
you
I've
get
seen
get
a lot of
that.
those guys. Oh my goodness, it's so funny.
Mhm.
Like I
Yeah,
see them
you
at
can't skip that.
festivals. I see them at festivals,
Uh,
right? Like they take off their
yeah.
shirts, tank tops, they're fucking jacked as fuck. Then I look at their legs and I'm like, fuck, I can take this guy down in one kick. Like
Yeah.
it's so
Don't skip
skinny,
leg
man.
day. It
Like
looks
what
really
the fuck?
ridiculous.
Johnny Bravo.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that guy. He's like really ripped above the waist, but then he's like below anything below the waist, like super skinny. I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Physical representation of Johnny Bravo right there.
Yeah, Johnny Bravo. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, I remember that.
you guys
Yeah,
got
I remember.
anything
I
to
remember
add?
that. That was a good time. Sorry.
Anything on your mind still?
Uh, what do you? Okay, this has been back in my mind for a while now. What do you think the future? This is like a very generalized question. I like to ask it. I like to get different perspectives on. What do you think
Hmm.
the future for society looks like, incorporating all the aspects you can? Meaning, like, what's it like in terms of relationships? What's it like in terms of economics and all that type of? What do you think it's like? I like asking people what the future looks like. Just to get perspective.
And my point of view right now
Yeah, in your opinion, and whatever.
to where it's going right now,
Mhm.
or
Yeah,
as
yeah.
in,
What's going basically?
I
Go
think it's
ahead.
everything's gonna fall apart with what's happening. It's like you know what Gary V, you know Gary Vaynerchuk,
Mm.
do you know him? It's like he said
He's like a
yeah, the $200 million CEO that runs like a
okay.
VC company. Anyway,
Alright.
it's based from what he's told, and I think he's right. Like you know, we the Western world have had a really good run, and now they have been too comfortable that they became weak.
Yeah, yeah. We're getting weird. That's true. Yeah, we like the thing. We grew way too fast. Basically, we grew way
No,
too fast.
it's not like a bad thing that they grew way too fast. It's like they
We can control it.
they got so accustomed to comfort that now they complain about life not being comfortable instead of back then after the World War, which like the struggle is real, everything and man, they don't complain even though the work's hard. Now it's like they complain that the life is not comfortable as what they perceive it to be. That's why that's one of my goal, or I mean my principles. Like I don't really like being comfortable in a certain way because that I think, in my opinion, as myself, makes me weak.
Yeah,
Comfort makes me weak. That's why I always try to put myself in
yeah.
so many different situations that so unfamiliar with me. It's
Mhm.
like you face your demons, you face, it's what I've quoted my Twitter account too. If you face, you know, anything that scares you, eventually you will run out of things to be scared of, which then
Right.
you'll be so totally free. It's how
That is actually true.
have you
Yeah.
seen have you seen V for Vendetta?
I'm sorry. The what?
V for Vendetta, that movie.
I haven't actually. No.
It's V for Vendetta. It's this actor with a Guy Fawkes mask, and he actually initiated this chick into like fear to set her free and let her like psychologically be free from anything that
Really?
she's gonna be scared of. Yeah, man, it's the reason why most people from prison are not even scared of anything after they get out,
Hmm.
and they think they're totally free. That's why some of them, really became uh wor- worse criminals than they were before because they
Yeah.
continued down the path without fear. Now there no regrets, and some of them are really good in business. It's because
Yeah.
they lost all the fear of what if, and the fear of other people thinking shit about them. It's like that. Once you like start losing fear, because fear is there, it's good. It helps you. If you're scared, it helps you. But it's either you or him. It's either you die or it's always like that. It's survival of the fittest, and now that's why people want change is because they're weak. That's why they form groups and want to change things to 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 create the illusion that they want that they're stronger, when in fact the actual strong people don't really need any groups. I mean, they can be in a groups, but they actually can survive by themselves.
Hmm.
Even if you look in the military, most of the people that are in the groups, like most of them really get get into trouble. And then there's this one guy who always like whatever you throw at him, somehow he manages to survive. It's because he's not tied down to anything. He's not like emotionally tied to anything.
And
It's
then it
all
worked.
his
Yeah,
motive
yeah.
is his main survival. And I'm saying life is, but that's what I'm thinking. It's like the future is gonna be bleak,
Yeah.
and it's gonna return back to the survival, because like eventually these governments that provides welfare can only provide so much, because if that's the case that everyone wants to be in welfare, especially with them reproducing
Hmm.
so much, like
Yeah.
eventually the government will run out of money to give away, which happened in
True.
America already, right? Like, you know food stamps became
We are
smaller, welfare
we're
benefits.
having trouble with that.
Yeah, veteran
We're
fucking
having we're,
benefits are they took away veteran benefits, old age pensions,
Yep, that's happening
insurance,
right now.
medical
Yeah, we're
leave.
having a lot of trouble with it. And our national debt's going up a lot right now. Where our national debt is exceeding $23 trillion. There's like a live counter you can check out online. It's U.S. national debt counter, and it's like exceeding $21 trillion. And the scary thing is that when the U.S. dollar eventually goes blank, or like when like the United States collapses, the dollar becomes useless essentially. The entire world will be affected because the thing is that countries like China, they're so rich and all that stuff, so they have such a high GDP because of the United States. So basically, we're in debt to them. All right, all this debt goes towards them, and the moment that our economy falls apart, that's trillions of dollars disappearing from the worldwide economy. All right. So
Yeah,
that means that China, for example, their economy is going to plummet because their economy is so powerful in part by us. Okay. They're trillions of
yeah,
dollars ahead
and it's
because of
gonna
us.
trigger a wave.
When the dollar bill goes blank, it's really going to affect them.
It's like those United European countries. What happened to them
Yeah.
is like one crash, and then fucking it made a ripple and everything fucking fell down.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be like that.
It's gonna create like almost every third world country which is dependent on the U.S. dollars as their base currency, right? Because like it started when they started shelling out, trying to create like growth while loaning a whole lot of U.S. dollars to third world countries in order for these countries to develop. But it was so inflated that these countries cannot really pay them back, that
Right.
the US end up owning them. Well, not owning them as in like literally, but with that huge amount of
Yeah.
dollars, they can like dictate whatever they want for that country. You know, it's a
Hmm.
if you read this book called The Economic Hitman,
Okay.
yeah, it's a good read too. You guys should check that out if you want more about like
Economic Hitman. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Yes, that sounds like a good book.
Confessions of an Economic Hitman.
Confessions of an Economic Hitman. All right, I was like, is it available
That's
online, right? I can like check it out online.
I think so. Yeah, yeah. And
All right, cool, cool.
they said it's an actual account from like from 1960s to how the world is now and how it became capitalism in how capitalism evolved into a corporatocracy.
Uh,
It's kind of like it's like that, but it's on a deeper level. Like there's so much details involved in there that if you actually cross-check it to all those declassified information,
yeah,
I think they're onto like into something. So it's a good read. I mean, I'm not saying you guys should read it, but like once you read it, you guys will like probably open up another. You'll probably have another eye opener about what life is right now, and you see from there, and adjust to become better from it. That's what I
yeah.
think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, I see what you mean.
There,
That looks like an
yeah.
interesting. But I'll be sure to check that out. I'll have to look that up.
But
But
like,
yeah,
of
I
course,
include a lot of
Red
books,
Pill
a lot
movies
more.
are like V for Vendetta, and then V for Vendetta, and I think Fight Club is still relevant for me. That's for me. I mean, you guys probably have a different preference.
I have actually not watched Fight Club, but a lot of MGTOW guys recommend it. So I need
It
to watch that. I need to watch it at some
it's a
point.
definite dude. Like it's so Red Pill.
Really.
Like I can't believe they actually made that movie, and I
I
didn't
did
get
see
it at
that. I did see
first.
that one scene that was pretty red pill, like where they were in the bath. Like one guy was in the
Yeah,
bathtub,
yeah,
and he was talking about it for another woman. Was he? Yeah, I saw that scene. And I was like,
yeah,
dang man, that's pretty true though.
yeah. Like
Yeah, be
it
sure to check. Is that
sometimes
on
it
Netflix?
makes sense.
Or
I think so. I'm
okay,
not sure
all
if
right.
they removed it because fucking feminist groups and shit
Yeah,
called it out.
true. True point. True point. You gotta be careful with that type of stuff. You gotta be careful with that. But yeah, I'll be sure to check that out.
Hmm.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Oh man, huh? You gonna say something?
No, it says one guy said I can't hear everything. Some issues maybe, but this finance issues go way back. Federal Reserve banks, no more money backed by gold or other precious metals. I don't know if that's true. Like they're saying the U.S. The World Bank is just printing money without base currency,
There's
or is it
I don't know about that, but I do know that like our banking system. From what I understand, the Federal Reserve isn't
yeah.
so. It's not like the best thing in the world, like the way it's run and all that type of stuff, the way it's controlled. I've even heard some conspiracy theories about it, and to be honest, I
No,
wouldn't be surprised.
I
There is
think
some pretty fishy stuff going on.
from my opinion, I think since
Yeah,
like they have shelled out so much money to all these third world countries like Venezuela, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Panama,
yeah,
Japan, Saipan, Philippines, Indonesia, like all these companies, like all these third world countries fucking owe so much money from them that they can print out money just from the interest from these guys' resources, like these guys provide the resources, try to pay the interest and like the money owed to the World Bank, and the World
yeah,
Bank don't need shit to like show because fucking they own countries, man. To
yep,
so they can print enough money that will balance it all out. It's because these countries owe them so much fucking money, and that's
that's
what
true.
people don't realize. I think it's not
Yeah.
like there's no backing, there's no goal. There is gold. It just haven't been mined yet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I have heard that there's like this conspiracy theory about like the Rothschild family controlling the central banking system. I'm not surprised that's true. Like the data, not the data, but like the reasoning presented by it and all that, it seemed pretty like it made sense because like the idea was that the Rothschild family controls all of the central banking systems except for
No,
countries like and
Sweden.
Iraq, North Korea, and some other countries, and that
The
kind of makes
Swedes
sense.
trying to conquer that too.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
Conquered Iraq, right?
before we were at war with North, we were about to go to war with North Korea. Now we're making peace with them. It used to be a lot more countries in the Middle East. But now we took over that, and the number has gone down. There are only like four, no, three countries that are not controlled by the Rothschild family. One of them is Cuba, North Korea, and some other country, but I forgot. Somewhere in the Middle
Um,
East, I think. And
where
and they've all
what
had we've all
country
had
is
issues with
Gaddafi
them.
from?
So
What country was
I'm
Gaddafi
sorry,
from? What country was Gaddafi from?
Gaddafi. I have
Yeah,
no
Muammar
idea.
Gaddafi. Like
Really?
they used to say that country was so prosperous that like they're living free healthcare, and it's a Muslim country, and like it's so prosperous before they even attacked it, and now everything's
Yeah.
ruined. But like capitalism or globalization, I guess is what they call it.
That's true. That is yeah, you're right with that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I try to avoid conspiracy theories to like not sound like a nutcase,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah. Me too. I try to
weird.
avoid
There's
it,
some weird, freaky ass stuff going on. I'm not
but it doesn't
surprised.
mean that it's
There's
not
like elites
possible,
controlling
right?
us or whatever. Yeah, there's even been some conspiracy theories saying that the Rockefeller Foundation. It is true that the Rockefeller Foundation funded like a lot of feminism stuff in the 1940s, and there's some conspiracy theories that suggest that they did it to purposely destabilize society. So maybe it's
Oh,
true.
obviously, man. Obviously, because they want control. That's how I just think about it. It's like they want control. What's the best way to control people? Stop them from colluding. Stop their ideas from flowing. That's why they try. We're trying to censor the internet. By
Yep.
passing that bill. And like everyone the internet just like fuck this, man. You ain't gonna take over the free speech over the internet. And now kids, because they're so smarter than all these guys, they found
Yep.
ways to like communicate to each other without like you know and fucking Anonymous have proven that. Fucking um WikiLeaks have proven that you cannot censor. You can't. There's no fucking. There's always gonna be transparency of whatever the government do now because of the internet. You know, it's not like they can save fucking paper files anymore. They always save it through servers and shit.
Right. Right.
Also,
I
I don't know. Things right now, they said Google is backed by the government when it started to. Yeah, Libya, you're right, Scorpio. Yeah, Libya. They said Libya was really prosperous. Like people have like fucking Mercedes Benz driving just regular people,
Yep.
and they got free healthcare. They're like free education, free college, and free wealth healthcare. That's what they told before shit went to fucking ground and they got fucking bombed and you know because
Yeah.
it's so easy to control masses, like just tell them that they're being controlled by somebody else, which is not really the case, and you can create some serious propaganda from that. it's
That
it's
is
it's like
true.
it's
Yeah,
like
I see the meaning of that.
it's so easy once you read psychology books, man. Like trying
Yeah.
getting people to do your bidding is it's so I don't know. That's when you use psychology wrong. It's like especially like marketing people now with this fucking
Mhm.
psychology majors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's like
because now
marketing
they
is like
just
some next level scary
yeah
ass stuff. I'm just
yeah
saying.
yeah it is now. Like from my observation, holy fuck, that guy can really sell you some shit that you don't even need.
Yeah. They can say some useless stuff you won't even need. You're
Yeah,
right
man.
though. You're
And
right.
you're like, you're thinking twice about buying it, and that's how serious this marketing strategy is. And I'm like,
Yeah.
man, how do they even do that? Like, you just watching YouTube, seeing all this ads, like they're pumping you with ads like 3 seconds a day, and it's so crazy. Like they have calculations for that.
Yep.
Like your
Yeah.
prime
The
attention
average
would be
person is
3 seconds.
exposed to about 110 advertisements every
Oh,
day.
jeez.
So
It's crazy now.
yeah, it
Like,
is.
no. It's like MGTOW is just realizing just the tip of the iceberg, and red pill guys
Yep.
are seeing like MGTOW guys are seeing the whole iceberg. But
Yeah.
they're realizing that there's the bigger, huge part underneath the water. Red pill guys just
Mhm.
see the peak of the iceberg,
True.
and
That's
the
true.
rest and the rest are just like sleeping. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot more to the whole rebel stuff than just relationships. Like I was like, oh, okay, relationships aren't the way I thought they were. Cool. No, there's a lot more than just that. You'll come to find that.
Oh, dude, it's like when you're dating single moms. They you think it's just like one night stands and shit. Next thing you know,
Mhm.
you're like she's trying to introduce you to her kids, which happened to me. And man, you just
Yeah.
start feeling for those kids, and next thing you know, you being blue pilled back into the fucking plantation, and then fucking all of a sudden she found a better fucking slave. Now you get dumped,
Yep.
and now you're like, fuck. And
Mhm.
then you start realizing, and then you get you know all this V for Vendetta. Like I recommend you guys watching V for Vendetta. It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
But
I'll be sure to check that out.
yeah, but like all this Antifa guys fucking using that to like destabilize government. It's like they don't really get the point. They're just seeing like what the show is like letting them see on the surface, but not the deeper understanding of what the show really was. Like
Right.
I don't know. Like if you guys watch that, maybe we can talk about it again at some point. If you're if you're going to host me back, which
No,
I'm
yeah,
not.
sure. I'll be up to that. No problem. No problem. I usually do it like every. I try to do it like every weekend, but that's not always possible because like maybe I'll have
Yeah.
assignments like this past weekend. I have like some
Yeah,
assignments
I don't know.
on,
We
so
still get
not always possible.
real life stuff happening around
Yeah.
us. Like, yeah, I can't be on my computer 24/7 too, because like I'll be up and about, getting sent to other places for my job, and
Right.
it's
Right.
free time.
And then there's just like free time in general. Like sometimes even though you're available, you don't want to because you haven't had free time in like a long time. And you just want to relax.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just
Relaxation
like
stuff.
cut me some slack. I want to sleep, or,
Yeah, yeah, I got you, man. I got you, man.
or I just
But
want to game out hard. Sorry,
I know what
eventually,
you mean.
but I
That's
still
so
game
real.
out, man. I can't blame myself. Like I was born
Yeah,
in a freaking family computer age. I
true.
remember that.
Aren't we all? Yeah, man. I know what you mean. We all got to get that personal time too. Like you need
Oh
to get
yeah,
that sleep
definitely.
exercise. You gotta watch after yourself. Like one thing I want to avoid is getting that creator burnout or whatever it is that some
Yeah,
people
yeah, yeah. That
that thing. I
burnout
would
where
avoid that.
no, it's hard not to avoid that.
Yeah, it really is. Oh
But
man, but I'm
yeah.
getting really tired, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I'm not sure about what
Yeah,
time it
yeah,
is
yeah,
where you are, but like where I
for
live,
sure,
it's
man.
like a let's
Feel free. Yeah,
yeah, and
I
I haven't gone to sleep in a while, but yeah. I'm sorry.
yeah, I gotta meet up with my guy. This guy actually, you know what he told me. I want to close it with this. It's like
Yeah,
the best motivation in the world is pussy.
that's nice. That's
Before
nice.
that's what he told me before, but now I just realized he was being sarcastic. So
Yeah,
I just
yeah, I got what you mean.
all right. Thanks for having me in this show. I really
Oh yeah,
appreciate
sure,
it.
no problem. Before you go though, do you have any like final closing remarks that you like to say before I go ahead and shut it down?
Well, I hope you guys learned something from our talks here. And if you guys got any questions, just hit me up on Twitter, where you can always reach me. I'm always be trolling people there, whoever it is. Like I know I just do it for shits and giggles, but you'll read up some good stuff on MGTOW Academy's feeds and my feeds too about some eye-opening principles and stuff. But yeah,
Mhm.
we still have those eventual fucking trolls to feed, so we gotta
You're
feed the
right.
trolls
Right.
too.
I got you, man.
How
I
about
got you.
you?
So, yeah, you heard the man. Go ahead, give him a follow. His Twitter handle is at dollars KYU. So, dollars KYU. It was a pleasure to have you on tonight. I really enjoyed it
Thank
and
you
look
so
forward
much.
to this again. I really do. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
you
no
too.
problem.
You too.
Have a good night. I'm super tired. I'm going to bed right after this. So
All right.
stay safe.
You too. You too.
All right.
Take care.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Yeah. Peace.
Yeah, peace.